morning everyone, welcome to today's session. It will be a bit of a heat flow, get the heart rate going, a little bit of cardio. I'm going to layer up the moves, so please remember, adjust when you need to and rest when you need to as well. So just listen to your body, how it's feeling, listen to your breath. We're going to start on all fours, coming into tabletop. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, spreading the fingers wide. Knees are underneath the hips, lovely long spine. Starting off with a few cat-cows, top of the feet in contact with the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly round the spine, coming into your cat. And as you inhale, slowly uncurl, broad across the collarbones, coming into cat. Working with your own range of movement and your own natural breath pattern. And I'm going to meet up in neutral. So that pelvis in neutral, shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage. Checking the hands are underneath, the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Activate the core, so think about either scooping up and in, or maybe thinking about bracing, but not too tight, so it's a gentle hugging all round from the belly all the way round to the back. Glute raises. Activate the right glute, squeeze that right glute, the knee comes off the floor, slowly lowering down. My right foot is flexed, squeezing up, gently lower down. Squeeze up and down. So we're coming up for 4, for 5, for 6. Slowly lowering down, come out to the side, lowering down. So fire hydrant. Boom, climbing tabletop. Coming up for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, and then slowly bring that knee in for 1, so knee tuck, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6. Slowly bring that knee down, maybe shake the wrists out, set your base. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Activate the core, not too tight. Activate the left glute, squeeze up, glute raises on the left. Left foot is flexed. Try not to come up too high. Coming up for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6. Slowly lowering down, out to the side. Not too high. The weight's even in both hands and that right knee. Last one, and then slowly bring it in for a knee tuck. Left knee back to the right knee. It's slow and it's controlled. I've lost count. So I'm saying this is 6, 7, and 8. Come back to your tabletop. Core is on. Pelvis in neutral, shoulder blades in neutral, tuck the toes, knee hover, about an inch, half an inch off the floor, hold it here, breathe wide and full. And then your next exhale, slowly lift the hips up and back, come into down dog. Bending the knees, so those knees are soft. Pushing up through the arms, weight even between the hands and the feet, relax the head and neck. Lengthening through the armpits. Checking that lower back isn't curved. You're lengthening it out, so maybe soften the knees a little bit more. And on your next exhale, slowly lower the knees to the floor. Maybe walk them back slightly, coming into a 3/4 plank. Pelvis is in neutral, shoulder blades are in neutral, core is activated, glutes are activated. Staying broad across the collarbones. Going to bend our elbows, elbows point back, and slowly lower all the way down towards the floor. Tops of the feet in contact with the floor and the pubic bone. Lovely long spine. Pull back with the mat and slowly come up into a low cobra. Your glutes are on, your legs are active. Hold it here. Check in with the breath. And then your next exhale, soften, tuck the toes, core on, push up to your 3/4 plank. From here, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly bring the knees back to tabletop. Check your base, tuck the toes. Knee hover, core is on. And then hips up and back for down dog. Maybe lengthen out the legs this time, or maybe walk your dog out, bending and lengthening one leg at a time, nice and slow. And then just check your base. And then from here, lower the knees to the floor, and then slowly walk the hands all the way back to the knees. Core is on, lift up to halfway lift. Lovely long spine, bend those knees, hips will come back. And then slowly come all the way up, hip hinge all the way up with a lovely long spine. Slowly come up onto the balls of your feet. Hold it here. Slowly lower the heels all the way down. Well done. Feet can be about hip width apart, or they can be slightly wider, maybe shoulder width. Keep the core on, slowly bending the knees, coming into chair or a squat. Fingertips reach back behind you. Inhale, slowly come up. My arms can't come up any higher because of the ceiling. And then as you exhale, coming into your squat or your chair. Checking that the knees are going in the direction of your toes. Slowly coming down. That core is on, the glutes are squeezing at the top. And maybe this time as you come up onto the balls of your feet, raising the heels, slowly lower the heels, coming back into that squat. Let's do one more. Slowly lower the heels, coming down into a squat, hold it here. Your options now are to bring the hands to the floor, so you might want to watch, holding your squat. Slowly walk out to a 3/4 plank. Or from your squat, you can come down and then just walk your way out. Lower the knees, 3/4 plank. So choose your option and meet me in your 3/4 plank. Holding it here. Pelvis is in neutral, shoulder blades are in neutral. Right hand taps the left shoulder, right hand down. Left hand taps the right shoulder and down. I'm going to do another set of those. Then your option is to lift the knees off the floor and then bend the knees and walk back, or just crawl back via tabletop, meeting your halfway lift. Slowly come all the way up. Reach fingertips up towards the ceiling maybe. Slowly lower down. Step the left foot out wide. Feet are parallel to the long edge of the mat. Bend the left knee, side lunge. As you come over to the right, making sure the hips are going back, you're broad across the collarbones. And you're just going to side lunge. You can speed it up a little. Keep those hips going back, core is on. Keep the hips going back, checking that the knees are going in the direction of the toes. One more to the right. Slowly come round to the left, swivel round. Let's all meet up in Crescent Lunge. Check your base, pelvis is in neutral, right glute is on, core is on. You're on the ball of your right foot. If you need to adjust, making your crescent a little bit deeper, please do so. Your feet are on two separate lines, not on the tightrope. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. You can either come back to crescent or you can deepen the bend in that back leg. Keep going. Let's do two more. And one more. Slowly come up. From here, you're going to swivel all the way around, so you're facing the back of the mat. This time bend the right knee. Coming into your crescent, checking your base. Pelvis is neutral, core is on, and the left glute is on. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. 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 Bring the hands either to your heart or your hips. Big step to the front of the mat, so you're facing the back end of the mat. I'm just going to step back a little bit. And then from here, feet can be hip width apart or shoulder width apart. Slowly lower all the way down into a squat. Hold it here. That core is on. Slowly hinge forward. Place the hands on the mat. Remember, you can bring the knees down or you can walk all the way out to your plank. Lower the knees down, 3/4 plank. Bring the knees in together. Inside edges of the feet touching, the ankles are touching. Core is on, glutes are on. Slowly swivel round, come into right side plank with the legs stacked together. Right shoulder over the right wrist, hold it here. Or you can lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Check in with that neck and the head, hold it here. And then slowly come back to your front plank. Side plank over to the left, nice and strong. Slowly come back. You can either hold it here or one more side plank on each side. Slowly come back. Option to walk hands back to the knees or come up into your plank. Soften the knees as you walk all the way back. Halfway lift, lovely long spine. Hip hinge all the way up onto the balls of your feet. And then slowly lower the heels down. This time step the right foot out wide. And then coming into your side lunges. Option to stay here with the hips floating back. Remember, the feet are parallel. Or you can come down and tap the floor, so a little bit deeper. Working with whatever feels comfortable for you, keeping that spine nice and long. Hips are going back, broad across the collarbones. And this time, as you come around to the left, tap the floor. If you're tapping the floor, swivel round, crescent lunge, left knee bent. Check your base, fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Holding it here. Slowly bring the hands down through to heart. Your option to stay here, step towards the left foot, and then step back. Or you have the option, as you step back, bring the arms up towards the ceiling, release the fingertips down towards the floor. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. 2 more. Rest if you need to, or just come to crescent. Hold it here. Inhale, lengthen, swivel round. Crescent. Bring the hands through to heart. You can just stay here, going up and down, or you can step forward and back. Forward and back. Option to add the arms in. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. Hold it here. Come forward. Swivel round, so you're facing the front end of the mat. Feet can be hip width apart or shoulder width apart. Core is on. Slowly come down into that squat. Hold it here. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Maybe you're up a little bit higher. hinge forward, hands. You can either come through to the knees or walk out to plank, long arms, core is on. Option is to stay here or to bring the knees together to do your side plank like we did earlier. Or from here, come over to the left, feet are staggered, left shoulder, left wrist. My left toes are touching my right heel. Glutes are on, hip extension, core's nice and strong. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. I'm looking down at my mat, coming back to my front plank. Strong through the core, glutes are on. Side plank on the right. Check that the head and neck are comfortable, that you're not lifting up, that spine, neck should be in line with the spine. Come through to centre, option to stay here or one more side plank to the left. Looking down towards the mat, to the right. Come back to front plank. Option to lower the knees and walk back to your halfway lift, or soften the knees, core is on. Walk all the way back, hip hinge all the way up onto the balls of the feet, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower, step that left foot out wide. You can stay here, high, side lunge. You can come down low, tap the floor, lovely long spine, broad across the collarbone. Or you have the option, curtsy lunge or crossover lunge. So my toes are still facing the long end of the mat, pushing up with that front leg. And if you want to work a little bit harder, you can add a little hop in. So hinging from the hips, broad across the collarbone, pushing up through that front leg. Or just take it down a notch. You can come back to your side lunge, or your side lunge tapping the floor. You're doing well. Let's come round. And as we step that left foot, just swivel round, swivel the feet round, coming into crescent, hold it here, get the breath back. Options, stay up and down, or step it forward and back. Or your options now is to come forward, single leg balance, step it back, nice and tall for crescent, that reverse lunge, step it forward. So when you're ready, make up your mind what you're doing. I'm stepping back for one, bringing that right leg up, coming forward for two, and three. I'm bending my right leg as it comes back. You don't have to bend it so far if that feels more comfortable for you. Rest when you need to. I'm doing two more, and I can really feel the glutes burning, my left glute burning. Hold it here, relax, step the left foot back, come into your crescent lunge. Nice long inhale, sigh the exhale out, and let's go. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold it here, lower it down, swivel round. Let's lower down. If you need to rest, please do so. We're going to do more and more round. Walking forward to your plank, 3/4 plank or full plank, side plank to the right, feet are staggered. Core is on, glutes are on. Look down towards the mat, come round, front, all the way round to centre. Core is on, glutes are on, look down towards the mat, come round. So you're rolling over in one piece. Front plank, side plank, back to the front plank, knees can be down, core is on as you walk back, Halfway lift, hips about, lovely long spine, hip hinge all the way up, coming in to your calf raise. Slowly lower down. I'm just going to step this way forward so you don't see my bottom all the time. Your option, side lunge. You can tap it, keeping that spine long, or you can cross over. Do your crossover or your curtsy, or you can put that little hop in it. Just landing nice and light, pushing down through that front leg. My core is on, hinging from the hips, keep that spine nice and long, broad across the collarbones. Remember, at any time you need to take it down a notch, please do so. And let's come into crescent lunge, left crescent lunge, left knee is bent on the balls of the right foot. Get that breath back. Your option, either up or down, stepping forward or back, or coming in, coming forward, single leg balance. So when you're ready, aiming for 8 reps. So that's 1, keep that core engaged, 2, focusing on one spot, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, lower, left foot back, crescent lunge, right side, hold it here. When you're ready, off we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it, lower it down, swivel round, slowly lower into your chair, hold it here, slowly walk all the way out, plank, knees down, tabletop, set your base. Let's just do a few cat-cows, just allowing the heart rate to lower, the breath to soften. Come into neutral, right foot forward, kneeling crescent, left foot top of the floor, top of the foot in contact with the floor, hold it here, reach fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Slowly release the right hand to the right thigh, keep reaching the left fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, side bend over to the right, maybe allow the right ear to drop towards the right shoulder, opening out the left side of the body. Inhale back to center, exhale, hinge forward, left hand in line with that right foot, maybe heel toe that right foot out a little bit. Left shoulder, left wrist, kneeling crescent twist. Just a nice easy twist, keeping that hand on the thigh. And then just allow the left ear to drop down towards that left shoulder, leaning back into that left shoulder blade. Core is on, left glute is on. Slowly come back to tabletop. 2 cat-cows, nice and slow, working with your own range of movement and your own breath pattern. Coming back to neutral, left foot, step it forward, top of the right foot in contact with the mat, pushing down through both feet, slowly come up into your kneeling crescent. Hold it here, core is on, right glute is on. Left hand, left thigh, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, side bend over towards the left, opening out the right side of the body, maybe the left ear towards that left shoulder if that feels comfortable. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward. Maybe heel toe that left foot out. Right shoulder over the right wrist. Kneeling crescent twist. Maybe releasing that right ear to the right shoulder. Keeping that hand on the thigh, leaning back into that right shoulder blade. And then just slowly come back to neutral. Cross the feet over at the ankles if that feels comfortable. And then slowly lowering yourself down. Maybe you're curling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Maybe you crawl round to one side. A few breaths here, checking that that pelvis is in neutral. So you're not tilting that pubic bone up and the lower back's pressed to the mat. And you're not overly arching that lower back, the pubic bone pointing down. Hips are roughly level. 4-point glute stretch. Left knee onto that right thigh. Hands onto that left lower leg. Flex the left foot. You can either stay here or you can float the right foot off the floor. If it feels too much to come up this high, you can place a block underneath that right foot. Slowly come up. Pushing that right thigh in towards that left leg, that left foot. Check in with the back. Check in with this left knee, this left ankle, make sure it feels comfortable. And you have the option of interlace. So you're going to thread the hands in between the legs, interlace the hands behind that right thigh. And then just enjoy this stretch. Push your left glute. My right ankle's roughly in line with my right knee. I've got both feet flexed. Slowly release the hands down. Slowly float that right foot back down. Slowly placing the left foot on the floor. And I'm going to place the right foot on the left thigh. Hands on that right lower leg. Right foot is flexed. And then slowly come up. Or maybe place that left foot on the block. Just check in with the body while you're here. And then maybe thread the hands through, interlace the fingers behind the back of the left thigh. Trying to keep that upper body nice and relaxed. My ponytail's getting in my way. And then release the right hands, float that foot back down to the floor. Now you can come into Shavasana with me, or maybe you're going to go on and do another one of the videos, maybe a flow, or maybe one of the core videos. But if not, join me in Shavasana. You can stay in your Shavasana as long as you want. You can stay here with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor, or just lengthen out the legs. Heels coming down to the corners of the bottom of the mat. Palms facing the ceiling. Soften the fingers, the hands, the arms. The back of the head's in contact with the floor. Back of the shoulder blades. The back of the hips. And either the soles of the feet or the back of the heels. Just soften the muscles. Relax the feet, the toes. And allow the feet to flop open to the side. The breath is soft. And maybe keep the awareness on the air flowing in and out of the nose. And then just allow the body to relax, to rest. Just stay here as long as you like, but thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this short heat flow, getting the heart rate up. Thank you. See you soon.